What happens in 3 hours in your country? Any 3 hours, not just the 3 hours that you and I are having a discussion over here. Any 3 hours in this country, 6 farmers will have committed suicide, 40 to 55 will have attempted it, 274 farmers will have quit agriculture altogether, 257 children in your country will have died of malnutrition in that time, and hundreds more will have entered grade 3 and grade 4 malnutrition. All the figures are official, they are the Government of India figures. But there's another thing that will happen in those 3 hours. In those 3 hours, when 6 guys commit suicide, 50 or so attempt it, 257 children die of malnutrition. In those same 3 hours, the Government of India will write off 171 crore rupees in taxes for the richest people in this country, for the corporate world, and for the high net worth individuals in your society. Do you want me to tell you how and where you can check this number? Yeah. Get onto your union budget. It's online. There's a section in the union budget called Statement of Revenue Foregone. Do you understand that? It means, okay guys, this is what we are writing off for you this time. Right? Statement of Revenue Foregone has 12 tables. It's one of the first annexures of the budget. One of the last chapters of the budget. Statement of Revenue Foregone. What it tells you is, if under a particular head of tax, you are supposed to collect so much, you're supposed to collect 100, the government says we are writing off 80. So 80% of that particular tax is written off. Let's take only 3 because there are hundreds of taxes, okay? But let's just take 3 major taxes. 1, direct corporate income tax. Any guesses on how much is written off in the current budget? 80,000 crores. That's for a handful of people. That's for a handful of people, okay? It's not for a giant body of human beings. 80,000 crores is the direct corporate income tax write-off. Second, the customs write-off is in the region of 149,000 crores, and the excise duty write-off. All these are mainly availed off by the better off sections of society. You want to break that up, I can do it for you. 279,000 crores is the excise duty write-off. The customs duty, or rather the other way around, customs duty write-off is 279,000 crores, and 149,000 crores is the excise write-off. You know how much that adds up to? 500,000 crores. 492 or 494,000 crores, these 3 heads. You know how much that works out to? It works out to 57 crores per hour, or 1 crore per minute approximately. The same government does not have money for a universal public distribution system. It does not have money to go from 25 kgs to 35 kgs per family for food entitlements. Tamil Nadu is a very exceptional state, as are 2 or 3 other states. But for all those programs, there's no money. As you know, the Prime Minister himself turned down an NAC request for increasing entitlements under the PDS. In fact, he turned down a letter which came from his boss. Right? So they don't have money for that. But 80,000 crores. Now, incidentally, the budget itself makes the observation very clearly that this is a very disturbing trend. It says it needs to be reversed, and the table then shows you that it has actually increased every year. You can't write off more than 80%. They have. It's 80% is the write-off. My friends, these are not the subsidies. You want to get into the subsidies, then we need all night. Okay? We're just talking about write-offs under 3 heads. This does not include land and water subsidies. It does not include physically acquired land from poor farmers, which is then handed out at throwaway rates to the super rich of this country. This does not include the SCZ subsidies. It does not include water and electricity subsidies given to large corporations. It does not, for instance, include the subsidies given to the IPL. Are you aware that there are substantial public subsidies to the IPL, whose team owners include 4 people on the Forbes billionaires list? Are you aware of this? Who are those 4 billionaires who are Forbes billionaires who are the IPL owners? Vijay Mallya, Mukesh Ambani, GMR Rao, and KP Singh, DLF. He's the title sponsor. These 4 guys own IPL teams for which you are paying. Okay, who is the sponsor of Mukesh Ambani's Mumbai Indians? New India Assurance, public sector company. Why the heck should the public sector be paid for Mukesh Ambani's investments in cricket? Right. They got tax write-offs from the government of Maharashtra for educational purposes. You know, yeah, because cheerleaders were a new element in Indian education. So, yeah, well, we never had that in our education. Come, okay, so let's be fair. So these are the write-offs under just three heads: in direct corporate income tax, excise duty, and customs duty. 57 crores a minute. So in our 3 hours, we are talking about write-off of 171 crores in the 3 hours that you have the hall, or Prakash would probably make it 150 crores because he took it only for 2.5 hours. Yeah. By the way, that 500,000 crores write-off in the union budget, the 80,000 crores in direct income tax write-off last year was 68,000 crores. So you can see the percentage rate at which it's grown. They've very helpfully given you a table so that you don't have to trouble yourself too much. Tables 5 to 12. That's the list of tables that you need to look at in the statement for revenue foregone. 500,000 crores write-off is 2.5 times your 2G scam. Except that this scam is written into your budget. So it's 2.5 times your scam, 2G scam, or if you are couple symbol, it's 500,000 crore times bigger than the scam, because there were no losses in the 2G scam. Now, but anyway, I guess things are looking up. If you notice, it's been 100 hours, 4 days have passed without a single new scam of over 100,000 crores popping up. So I guess things are looking up. Incidentally, what does the government plan for? Then you also have another form of looting of the Indian exchequer. How many of you have looked at the global financial integrity report on illicit fund transfers? Many newspapers have not covered it. They've chosen not to cover it. They have mentioned it. The Hindu and Business Line did cover it extensively. I wrote the story in the Hindu. They're losing 240 crores a day in money taken out by the same guys who get all these subsidies, by the same guys who get these write-offs. Global Financial Integrity is a Washington think tank that is not by any stretch of imagination a radical outfit.